Mastering the kanji, mastering the ancient way. Kanji master. Now somebody told me that you guys want to become the kanji masters, so I'm going to help you out. Let's go. So it all starts with the radicals. These are little images that make up the kanji, so remember those because they're super important for learning loads of kanji, as they're all made up of these small little images. So this is kind of the foundation of how to build your stories for remembering all the different kanji. So let's have a look. As you can see here, this shape looks like a roof. So when creating a story, you have to kind of use the roof in the story too. And this is in hundreds of different kanji shapes, so it's really good to be able to differentiate the different elements within the kanji in your own mind with different stories for each kind of little element. So a little breakdown, you might already know that kanji have two readings. The first one is the kunyomi, and this is the Japanese reading. And the second one is the onyomi, which is the Chinese reading. So basically, the kunyomi is usually standalone. For example, taberu. So when you see a kanji on its own, it's usually with maybe a bit of hiragana afterwards. That's usually the kunyomi, the Japanese reading. However, when you combine it with another kanji, it usually takes on the onyomi. So I would 100% make sure to try and remember both the kunyomi and onyomi for each kanji. For example, with this kanji, which means dog, in the kunyomi, it's inu, which I'm sure you all know, which is dog. However, when we combine that with another kanji, which means old, then this becomes the onyomi, which is ken. So this becomes roken, which means kind of like old dog. So this is how I study the kanji. I would take a list of whatever I'm aiming for. So for example, if I'm aiming for the JLPT N5, I would find online a list of all the N5 kanji and make it my goal to kind of take somewhere between 2 to 4 per day, until I've completed that list. And to make sure that you remember these kanji, it's okay to kind of get through as many as you can every day, but if you don't remember them, it's kind of, you've wasted your time. So you really need to ensure that you've got a strong story, something to link it with when you come back to revising it later. So what I would recommend is that once you've learned your 2 or 3 kanji for the day, put them in Anki or some flashcards and just revise them either at night or the next day to make sure you keep getting it. And when you kind of get to about 25, don't go ahead and do more. Make sure you really know those 25. So study those for a few more days, make sure you really know them, and practice them with some sentences as well, so you can see them kind of practically in sentences and how they're also used. And that will really help when it comes to reading and writing for you to remember and actually utilize these different kanji. And also, one of the best magical ways to kind of learn and remember kanji as well is through reading, and you kind of pick up what they mean through context as well. And the more you see something, the more you kind of get used to it. So that's kind of like magic. You just start to recognize them and then start to guess them, and then you realize that you've guessed it right, and it just goes on like that. So that's what you need to do. Find some textbooks from like your JLPT. I wouldn't recommend going for like children's books because they're quite hard actually. So I would go for like your JLPT articles, something of that level, and then that'd be really cool. Okay guys, that was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Got any questions about anything, just let me know as usual. Okay, have a great day. Bye.
日本語を勉強しましょう。うどん教室へようこそ。始めるぞ。